Episode number 2. Now, I'm not going to keep doing these episode things, all right?
No, it's not an episode. It's a show.
It's just a show.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
So welcome back to a show. I think we officially have a name.
Yes.
Ease. At Ease.
At Ease with Pete. At Ease with Pete.
You know who I am already. Those of you know me from my Treading Lightly channel on Twitch.
Yep.
All right, this is Pete.
Yes. Hello
yes.
there. Yes. My name is Pete. This is E. We're so excited. We are actually filming this in front of a live audience of children.
No children.
No children.
No children.
Yeah, there they are. They came out today. So thank you guys all for being here. We're so excited to have you. And, not you on camera, the kids. Dude, we got some good stories today.
Do we?
I don't know. We have some pretty okay stories.
I don't know, man. These stories, I don't know many of your stories. I know my stories, of course, because I've been just getting bombarded with news articles about ridiculous stuff that we're going to talk about here in a bit. I want to start off with one of your topics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Let's jump in.
So tell me something that's going on in your neck of the woods.
Listen, folks, it's been hot out, all right? It's July. We're in the middle of the summer, and, things get pretty steamy out there. Mm-hmm. You get your legs get stuck together sometimes.
Well, yeah, being a big guy myself, my legs are chafing constantly.
It's hot.
My thighs.
They get stuck together, man.
They don't just get stuck together.
Like this.
They stink. When I walk, they do this. It's like starting a fire in my pants. It's not good. All right. Those of you that are big like me, you guys know what we deal with, especially during the hotter months.
Yeah.
I love the heat. All right, I do. It's right now it's okay in the garage that we're filming in. We're filming in the garage.
Also, we're in a freaking garage, guys.
All right.
Come on.
We spent a lot of time. Let me bring you behind the scenes real quick and let you know what we were working on last night, up until like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Before we started this recording. So Peter, and we're going to get into that story that he was going into. Peter decided to come here, spend the night, which I appreciate. We decided to move a lot of stuff around in my garage, and we painted the back green. We organized a lot of the things in the garage, thanks to Pete. Mm-hmm. The cables are all over the place right now, so we need to work on cable management.
Yep.
That's a big thing. 2. All right. Lighting, I wasn't satisfied. Those of you that watched the video, the 6 of you that watched the video from what was it?
We're at like 20, 23 or 24, and we got another subscriber.
Okay.
This morning, so we're at 7. So we're viral, baby.
Yeah.
We are viral.
So those of you that have watched the video from last week, you know I wasn't satisfied.
Right.
I thought it looked terrible, but now it looks better.
Yeah,
it looks a lot better.
We made a big jump, man.
So
in one show. So
yes,
we're
definitely.
happy with it.
I'm happy with it for now. So
it's hot.
It is hot.
And I know you love the heat, but what if there was a way? All these, like I always say, what if there was a way? It's like the ESPN.
Yeah.
50 for 50.
The 30 for 30.
Something like that. So Dubai actually was creating artificial rain. Mm-hmm. Because of the heat. So it was like 50 degrees Celsius. They use obviously a different temperature measurement than we do here in the States. But Dubai was creating its own rain to battle some of that heat. And that's mind-blowing. I mean, that's like playing God a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of it.
There was a movie based on that, controlling the environment, controlling the storms and stuff like that. I forget what it was called.
I don't know. There's a lot of apocalyptic movies and like that kind of revolve around.
Geostorm. That's what it was called.
With The Rock?
It wasn't The Rock. It was man, I don't remember his name.
Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent.
So go ahead.
So they were using zapper drones, what they would call zapper drones, and what they were doing was they know the exact amount of precipitation and the exact amount of electricity that it takes in the context of a cloud, for that cloud to become so dense that it drops pellets.
Okay.
Or not pellets, water drops. Which is so crazy. So there's actually a video on Twitter. If you can check it out, I have a link here, but we're not going to pull it up because it would be too much. But there's a video of these droplets falling in the cars, like on the highways and stuff, and they're huge droplets. Like it looks like it's hailing.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just mind blowing to me that they can send up. So the drone goes into the cloud and then it shoots electricity into the cloud, and that triggers rainfall.
That could be dangerous, extremely dangerous.
Like, it's just wild to me though that, like, I don't know, that's nuts.
I've been to Dubai.
You're right,
And
yeah.
it is, I can confirm that it is extremely hot. And I don't know what's going on with the what's the word I'm looking for? Global warming.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with the global warming. You know, people have different opinions on global warming, stuff like that. But this right here is scary.
Yeah,
It's
I
scary.
think so.
A lot of the things that are going on now are scary to me.
Yeah.
And that right there,
It's nuts. I want to
artificial storms.
Can we look at the video super
Yeah,
quick?
we can.
Just
Yeah,
see
we
if
can.
if it comes up.
Yeah.
Actually, if you go to the Google thing, you can
Yeah.
also pull it up that way. Totally up to you. So it'll be just
So what was it?
you could just type in Dubai. Dubai creates its own rain, or Dubai rain. So this was reported, you guys, by News for All UK, and that's how I saw it on Twitter first, and then after the fact,
Let me see video.
video, yeah, and then so after the fact, IGN reported it, and a bunch of other folks started reporting on it. So yeah, any one of those, like 2 days ago, 1 day ago, those should do it. Yeah, do that top one right there,
Yeah,
and then
let's check
we'll
this
fast
one out real
forward.
quick.
Dubai battles 50 centigrade heat with fake rains created by drones. This technology is facilitating a process
So that's
called
pretty
cloud
much-
seeding, where the clouds are made to clump together
That's pretty
to
much
start
it.
precipitation.
There was another
Modern
video
problems
that
require
looked very
modern
similar to that,
solutions.
but that's
Dave
all
Chappell's
artificial,
iconic
y'all.
line holds true,
It's real
especially
rain.
for Dubai.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Currently
they're
reeling
just
in the nuclear heat
triggering.
at 50 C, the city in the UAE has decided to bring
So anyway, in
rainfall
your
with
mind,
the help of
how is that
technology.
dangerous? I don't want
Instead
to
of
spend too. I mean, this is
completely
obviously
depending
not
on
like
Mother Nature,
entertainment or
drones
gaming
will
news, but I feel like it's
create
tech
shocks in
news
the
in
clouds
the
to
sense
make it
that
rain.
It's
that
one
we
of
have the
those-
technology to do these sorts of things, and that's wild. So how does this concern you when you say it's scary? What about it is scary?
I mean, how do they stop the rain from coming down? For one thing,
Starting it is one thing.
starting is one thing, stopping is another. All right.
Wow, that's a good point, bro.
Um,
That's a real good point.
Now, I'm sure they did a whole bunch of research before they just lifted up these drones. They say they're not just gonna lift up some drones and say, you know what, we'll deal with the problems as they come. I'm
Right.
sure they know, they did all the research and they know this is what we're gonna do. If this happens, this is what we're gonna do. If that happens, I probably would have said, you know what, we need rain. Let's just throw some stuff up there
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
But this is one of the richest countries in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they have all that stuff
Absolutely.
they need to do these kind of things. All right. Now, tornadoes and stuff like that, that could
Yeah.
be triggered by this
Or-
as
or
well.
hurricanes,
Hurricanes,
man.
yeah.
There's some conspiracies out there for sure that talk about how there have been hurricanes and stuff, like all that stuff is controlled by these facilities that know how to shoot out signals and stuff and then trigger
Yeah.
weather. So I mean, we're not gonna get too much into that, but it's crazy, man. Like there's stuff out there that talks about these things, and it is playing God a little bit, which makes me a little uncomfortable. In some ways, it's cool. It's like, whoa, they can create rain, but in other ways, it's like, yeah, just chill.
Yeah. It's
Literally chill.
it's
That-
insane.
it's funny because for them, they're trying to cool down, so they can chill.
It is insane. But yeah, it's a good story. I loved Dubai when I was there. I would love to go back, but now that they have these artificial storms,
Never mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna have everybody just.
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to do. I give this guy access to the buttons,
that's
and
it.
he just gets excited and starts pushing
All right.
buttons. Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
gonna use them, man.
Yeah,
They're
you-
here.
You
They're,
use them.
They're here to use.
You can use them. Yeah.
Look, yours didn't even go off. You.
No. I wanted to disable the one that you just pushed.
Wait, why?
Because in order to use it again, we got to turn it off.
All right,
I should have went through this with him before we
don't
started
brief.
this. All right.
Don't
whatever.
ask me what's in my mug, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not coffee.
Yeah. It's not coffee.
It's just not.
All right. So this is a story I want to get into. The next story I want to get into is
Controversy.
it is.
Controversial.
The girls softball state champs receive gift bags, not trophies like the boys. Now, when I first saw that headline, my immediate thought was, well, what was in the gift bags? All right, what was in the gift bags?
That's a great question, right?
You know what
because
I mean?
if they have iPhones,
Yeah, I don't want a trophy.
Right.
I want something else. Give me an iPad. Give me an iPhone. Give me something. Give me some. These are 7-year-old girls, and I don't know. I don't know how they felt.
Right.
Well, actually, I do know. Everybody was disappointed. Everybody was disappointed
do
that
they don't tell you? Wait, we're right here.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah. It's
Babe Ruth. It said National Babe Ruth League.
yeah.
And that's the name of the league, but I thought they gave them Babe Ruths and the
Baby Ruth. No,
like
no.
the candy bars.
No.
Yeah. So listen, that's pretty sexist. It's pretty sexist. I mean,
Like I said, what was in the gift bags? I want to know what was in the gift bags, and they don't say. They don't tell you that.
That's true. If the gift bags, all right, if the gift bags have better things than a trophy, because at the end of the day, trophies are cool, but they just sit in your room or in a box, and then they get thrown out one day.
Good.
So if they had way better stuff in the gift bag as a male, I would absolutely take the gift bag.
Let me ask you something. You have a kid.
I do have a
All
kid.
right.
Kids.
You do have a kid.
Hey, settle down. Live audience going crazy over here.
Listen, you have a kid.
All right.
Okay. And with the kid, let's say he's playing a sport.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
something like this happened. Anyway, no, I'm not even going to ask you that yet, okay? Participation trophies are shitty. Mm-hmm. They're dumb.
They're dumb.
All right?
They're stupid.
You want to play a sport,
No.
all right? And everybody gets a trophy.
Nah, man.
All right?
Do something.
No, do
Win.
something to earn the trophy.
Right. Win.
Hey, kids, everybody gets a trophy. Yay! Right? Nah, hell no.
Fuck no.
Not everybody gets a trophy. You get a trophy for first place.
Yep.
And I think that should be it. No second and third place.
I think second and third place get acknowledged. But
Yeah.
no trophy.
No trophy.
Like I think if you come in second place, that's it. That's an honorable thing. It's like, all right, you had a really good effort. You get acknowledged, but you don't get a trophy, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that participation trophies. I don't think everybody should get trophies. Okay?
Yeah, I
now,
agree.
short story. When I was younger, I was in a 2-on-2 basketball tournament.
Okay.
Okay?
Is this extracurricular school?
No, it wasn't for school. It was there was a place close by that held a 2-on-2 basketball tournament. Okay, so I joined the tournament, and my team ended up winning. Okay, so I was like, yes, I'm gonna get a trophy.
Right.
All right,
False.
I got a gift certificate for
personal.
Not even that. I got a certificate, a gift certificate for a free oil change and a lube job.
Wow.
Guess how old I was? 12. 12 years old. I don't have a car. I don't have a license.
And when we say lube job, we're specifically talking about cars here.
yeah, come on now. I mean,
we should clarify.
so
It's the
a
kids,
free oil change and a lube job.
That's wild. And you were 12?
I was 12.
What are you gonna do with that?
I don't know. I think maybe they thought more older people would join this tournament.
Right. Or maybe the parents of the kids would be like, "Yeah, my go son, I can get a free oil
I don't
change."
know. I don't know. But no trophy. And I wasn't disappointed. I took it, and of course I never used it. I didn't need to use it.
Right.
But it was one of those things where whatever. I was not disappointed with that.
I think
Nowadays kids they're raised to coddled. Maybe that's the wrong word I'm looking for, but the whole thing with the participation,
they're ignorant.
that is very
That's ignorant.
Yes. The participation trophies should not be a thing.
So we should clarify too that this story in particular has nothing to do with participation trophies.
No, this has to do. I'm just saying.
But along those
I just want to
lines.
know. I just wanted to know your thoughts about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I think we have similar opinions for
Yeah.
the most part in that area. I think kids you need to win, and it's like in life.
But they did win. They won.
Okay, and
the team did win.
That's where this is problematic. To
Yes.
me, it's completely wrong that a girl. You had your question is brilliant because it made me rethink everything. I was going into this story thinking they're wrong for giving these girls these gift bags.
Yeah.
Like that's sexist. That's like saying you're a girl, you want a gift bag, guys get the trophies. That's wrong. However, if those gift bags had really dope stuff in them,
See, and we don't know.
And
they
we
don't
don't
say
know.
anything about what was in the gift bags.
because I would take a gift bag over a trophy if it had better stuff in it.
Especially
and then I wouldn't feel
7-year-old
bad for the girls.
especially 7-year-old kids. Like if the gift bags were something like something techie,
Right.
you know,
Right. Or like
but
toys
which
or-
we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know what was in those what was in those gift bags.
I'm with you.
I
I say give them all gift bags or give them all trophies, but there's no reason to split and make it clearly like, all right, we're giving guys this and girls that.
Yeah. I mean, so that was my immediate thought when I saw this headline. Then I read about it, and they did fix the situation.
Yeah.
They had
It
there
says
was
right there, an Orlando trophy making
Yeah.
business heard
They
about
actually,
the plight and
yep.
donated trophies.
yes, so which is good.
So
they
then the
did
girls,
fix the
what's
situation.
cool is that the girls ended up with gift bags and trophies.
Yeah, probably
Winning.
Yeah, so
Winning, my friends.
and these
winning.
girls, I don't know if these are the actual girls in this picture,
That looks like a stock photo.
right? So
And also
they look really sad.
Yeah, look at the way they're portraying them. Like the
So
guy.
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a legitimate photo from the winners,
Right.
but
And this is Newsweek reporting this guy. By
they
the
look
way.
sad. They look sad about what's going on here. So.
All right, so let's take things in the realm of games a little bit, and maybe not games, but gaming world. Some of you guys may know this. IGN reported this. Bloomberg reported this. But at Activision and Blizzard, which they're the same company, I think it's Activision/Blizzard. We have a situation where Activision is currently being sued for sexual harassment allegations, right?
Okay.
We talked a little bit about last week Bill Cosby and that setup, and we expressed both of us like, hey, you know, the Me Too movement,
Yeah.
and how the danger of it and also the seriousness of it,
Uh-huh.
right? Because you need to take every report seriously,
Yeah.
and it needs to be looked into and investigated. But in the same sense, you know, you have these people just, if you're a celebrity and you looked at them the wrong way, they're reporting it, right? They're jumping in, they're gonna get their money pretty much.
Yeah.
So this may not be one of those scenarios. We don't know, but Activision essentially is being sued by the state of California for sexual harassment. And I have a little snippet stuff of here that I want to read to you guys because I think it's important to know some of the depth. Obviously, we can't cover all of it, but Activision is being taken to court by the state of California. There was a 2-year-long investigation, so this wasn't an overnight thing. 2-year-long investigation that was conducted by the Fair Employment Committee with help from the state. The claims are Activision and Blizzard was cultivating a frat boy culture
Okay.
where women were subjected to unequal pay and sexual harassment. There's a 29-page lawsuit that claims that the leadership has failed to do anything that is meaningful, anything worthwhile about these issues. I'm guessing these women have come forward and like reported that to the leadership, and they've done jack squat about it. So it said that the males who work there drink excessive amounts of alcohol,
Okay.
and to the point where they were crawling from cubicle to cubicle. Like there have been people that have gotten that drunk
All right.
during work hours that they're literally crawling from cubicle to cubicle.
Wow.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
And then it goes a step further to say that there was a woman who went on a business trip with her boss
Okay.
somewhere and ended up we don't know if it's exactly because of that culture. They don't clearly say that, but she ended up committing suicide on that trip. And the boss, they found out that he had brought lubricant and other sex toys
Okay.
with him on that trip.
All right.
So almost like he was anticipating something to happen.
Yeah.
She ended up committing suicide. They don't explicitly say that they're connected, the issues are connected, but nonetheless, she committed suicide. So it could be something else, but the report was they brought that up. So but there's so many layers of like, whoa, right? Like, you know, they could just slap their butts or whatever and then get away with it. Bro,
which
you
used
talking
to which used to be a thing that it used to happen back in the 40s and the 20s and but yeah, we evolve as a society, man.
Right.
And that's just how it is.
So I feel like, I mean, yeah, like in your workplace,
Yeah, it's
like in
it's
your
nuts.
workplace, that's
It's
nuts.
Yeah, it
But-
is.
And also though, like, it's a little. They don't make it very clear that she committed suicide based off of that culture and based off of that boss.
Yeah. Do we
She
think
could have had a terrible marriage. She could have, and it's really sad actually. But I don't know.
this messed up? This messed up, and we'll see what happens with the Activision Blizzard. That's
I
a
mean-
huge gaming company.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, Blizzard alone has what, World of Warcraft? I mean, we're talking like PC even games and all that stuff, and then Activision. I can't tell you any Activision games.
There was another company that recently got
very big.
Was in the news for that too. I forget the company's name, but yeah, it's one of those things
That's nutty.
where we have to make sure to get the full story from
right.
everything,
Right.
from everybody, and
But if it's true, then you need to hold these people accountable.
of course,
But
course.
that's wrong. That is wrong, my friends. So
I want to get into this story. I'm going to piggyback on that because Vertigear was in the news recently, in the gaming news. Vertigear is a gaming chair company. All
also
right?
pause.
Yeah.
I am eating trolley gummy worms. So
Yes.
I have these off to the side. So when you see me reaching over and grabbing something, it's a trolley.
Yeah. all
So
right.
actually, let's bring these on because
Trolley's really
there
good.
are
I've been-
unofficial
trying to
unofficial sponsor for the week. Last week we had Great Value, unofficially had Great Value Water, and today we are unofficially sponsored by Trolley. Let's not even say that because we can get sued probably. We're not sponsored.
That's free. That's free advertising right there.
We are not sponsored. They're just delicious gummies. So anyway, I interrupted you.
No, that's all right.
I'm sorry.
Vertigear is a
Vertibar.
company, is a gaming chair company.
Mm-hmm.
They make really nice chairs. They they sponsor a whole bunch of Twitch streamers, a whole bunch of YouTube streamers,
that's a market.
all type of streamers. Okay, and they were in the news recently, in the gaming news, for putting out a tweet. Now I'm gonna try to bring up this tweet, and as soon as they tweeted this, I don't know how long after that they took it down. Vertigear tweet. Okay, so they put up this tweet right here. I'm not signed into Twitter on my PC, so let me see if I can bring up an image of this tweet they put up. Okay. So they put up a tweet. All right, so this tweet has a meme that was used, that is used a lot. Okay, so all they did was they put this picture on and they said, "Is this accurate?"
Yep.
I stream on Twitch. I can tell you firsthand, this is accurate. This is what happens on Twitch. This is the type of shit that pisses me off to so much. It really does. It gets me. There are, occasionally people will come onto my stream.
Get
people
'em.
that usually come onto my stream and they say,
Get 'em.
"What do you think about what happened with this female Twitch streamer?" And I just go on a long rant about what happens on Twitch because this is the type of shit that happens.
Yeah.
This is the type of shit that pisses me off. Twitch used to be a gaming only platform.
Wow.
Now it is a lesser version of Chatterbait.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Chatterbait. What's the other one? The other
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. One of those too. It's a lighter version of that. So a lot of kids use Twitch for their gaming needs.
Yes. To stream or to watch.
Mostly to watch.
Mostly to watch.
Okay.
Yep. And then adults, like more times than not, are streaming.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. But you got these females that are using this platform to make tons of money. They are making tons of money. Okay. And
It's a dang shame.
First of all,
it's a dang shame.
Vertigear's joking in this tweet.
Right.
Okay. And as soon as they put this tweet out, it was screenshot because they knew once the chatter started coming to Twitter, it was going to be taken down. So as soon as this was put up, somebody screenshotted it, and it was all over the place. They can't take a joke. You can't joke around anymore.
It's true.
About shit like this.
It's true.
About pretty much anything, man. It's getting to that point where if you offend one person, one group of people, you will get canceled, man. And it's trash.
No, they're ignorant.
It's
That's
very
ignorant.
All right, it's very ignorant. And this type of shit really frustrates me.
Yeah. I feel like I echo that, man. I'm trying to find the flaw in your thinking, but like I think there isn't any. Like, it just sucks.
So this tweet was posted the 18th.
What
of
is
July.
what is Vertigear? Like, I mean, like, is that just kind of like a news, gaming news type of stuff?
No,
or
they just do chairs. As far as I know, it's just a
oh,
chair
that's
company.
right. You said that.
Yeah,
All right.
chairs. Okay.
The thing is that if it's true, right? Like, if you go on Twitch right now, and if I just look at the 10 female streamers, 10 male streamers, and that ends up being true, then it's true, right? Like, if you're on Twitch, and we've seen it, we've talked about this before. If you are on Twitch and you have a skimp, clothing that's very revealing and stuff, like, they know what you're trying to do, and you're making money off of it, so it's cool. Like, you're meeting the needs of your audience, whatever. Like, if that's why somebody wants to engage with you, so be it. But don't pretend when people joke about this, don't get offended at that. When deep down in your heart, like, that's why you're wearing what you're wearing. That's what bothers me the most. If people are honestly, like, let's say this girl, for example, if she went on Twitch and said, "Hey, I'm here to be attractive, to be sort of like scandalous, whatever, sensual, and if you want to watch, if you're into that while I game, this is this place is where you want to be."
That's what makes me mad the most. That's what makes me mad the most. The fact that these women.
I wish they would just be honest about it, because that same woman.
Just be honest. I know I'm wearing these shorts for a reason, to attract certain people to my streams.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what's gonna sell. I know people are gonna subscribe to my channel because I'm showing skin.
So what you're saying is, though, you would prefer that they at
just
least
be honest.
Right.
Just
That's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know that's what you're saying. And that's what
I'm leaving, man.
That's
I'm
what
out.
that's what pisses me off the most, man. That these women don't just say that.
Right.
All right.
And then they could potentially turn around and be like, this is sexist, right? This tweet is sexist, whatever.
So dumb.
But they know in their hearts why.
This is what nobody's gonna watch them if they're just gaming, unless they're extremely good at that game. All right, that's a different story.
Or they do like voices or like all the other things that happen
Yeah.
on Twitch. There's so many case uses, like specific scenarios, but by and large.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
So anyway, they posted this tweet the 18th of this month. We made a no. They actually apologized.
Okay. The traditional statement, right?
This was their second apology because here let me just say this up front, okay? Apologies are never good enough, so don't even bother apologizing. Because you make one apology, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't sincere in that apology, right? Which is stupid. All right, and you're only apologizing because the people were tweeting about this and are pissed off about it. That's the only reason why you're apologizing. And it was only a few people who actually took offense to this.
Twitter mob, man.
That's what it is. Mob
Twitter
mentality. You offend one person, and it just steamrolls into something that it shouldn't be. This is something that should not be a thing. People got fired over this. Seriously.
Really?
People got fired. And there was no reason for that. So they put out this apology. We made a disgraceful and offensive post on Twitter. While it was never in our intention to come off as sexist, nor do we in any way condone these types of thoughts and behaviors, it was an unacceptable mistake.
An unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
It does come up. Nice.
Unacceptable mistake.
Woo!
Unfortunately, over the years, our social media content has on multiple occasions, including similar language on themes, which is a pattern we are certainly not proud of and need to rectify immediately. So to be more respectful of not only the gaming community, but everyone. These types of actions will not be tolerated moving forward effectively today. The individual responsible for these posts will no longer be with the company. We have taken the time to reflect on the situation and are restructuring the way business is conducted here at Vertigear, starting with immediately increasing the level of gender diversity in all facts of company operations, including oversight of all social media content. I'm not going to read anymore. That's it. It's pathetic.
Look, man. It's just not even like they put out an apology because people were getting mad. If you are on Twitch, if you are streaming on any platform and you happen to be a female, I happen to believe that there are only two genders. I'll say it. It's a hot topic. It's a controversial statement, but whatever. That's what I believe. If you happen to be a female and you're on Twitch and you're wearing revealing clothing, I think you have full ability to wear that. Like, you can wear whatever you'd like. You're in your home, you can do that. My point is, though, if you jump on a camera and are now streaming to millions, hundreds of thousands, whatever that number is, you have made an intentional decision to do so. And like, if you're raking in dollars and like, your audience is just like geared more towards your body rather than your content, I just think like own it. Like just own that. Just say like, yeah, that's what I'm doing and not be apologetic about it. And then don't get pissed off when someone like Vertigear makes this joke. Like, like, is that what you're doing? And if that's not what you're doing, then you have nothing to worry about. But if that is what you're doing and you get offended, like that's on you. Like own it. I think it's totally fine to do that, but just be real about it. Just say like, come to my channel to see me, see my body, and then I'll also game. I'd rather you say that than to pretend like
it is legitimate. It is legitimate. This is what goes on Twitch. This is what goes on. If you go to just chatting, there's a whole bunch of women that are on the top of just chatting, and they're
body painting.
They're dancing with. They're dancing with Daisy Dukes on, trying to reveal as much skin as they can to get these thirsty men. Which that's the issue. The issue is the men. The men who go to these women's channels to watch them.
Interesting is that like I think a lot of people do that kind of stuff too, or like Twitch for example, because they can spend that money on Twitch and it's not showing up on the account.
Yeah, no, yeah,
right?
that's
like,
exactly
it just
why.
says Twitch, and
that's
like,
exactly why
their wives don't know or whatever. But like you have to have some level of accountability and like honesty, and I don't know.
That's exactly why, because they're married. Some of these dudes use their mortgage on these women, thinking that they're gonna sleep with them. They end up not having money for the bills because they think these women on Twitch are gonna sleep with them.
Why?
Ridiculous. Go and just find another way.
That guy.
Seriously.
That guy.
It's pathetic.
So Twitch, all in all, Twitch, it's a good platform, but it needs reform.
And Twitch is making so much money off these women that it's not going to change.
Right.
It's not going to change.
The question is, should you and I create an OnlyFans?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. We could show exclusive content.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
Not explicit content. Notice I said exclusive content.
It's not. Twitch is not going to change their policy for these women because they are making so much money. They are making so much money off these e-thoughts.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. It's honest.
And that's it. I'm sure another story will come out eventually, and probably in the near future, and I'll talk about it because this is something that really pisses me off.
Yeah,
really pisses me off.
It's also I don't know. It could create a little bit of like a stalker culture.
Oh no,
like,
no.
So like for example, I know like with public speakers and stuff, like even pastors, right? Like people who are on a stage regularly. Because they're talking to the audience, the audience has this illusion that they know that person. Yep. But then what will happen is that person comes up to them at, let's say, the end of a church service or something. They're like, hey, like, they'll start talking to them as if they're very comfortable with them, and the pastor kind of is more guarded. He's like, well, whoa, like, I don't have that relationship with you. And you forget at times that that person is talking to hundreds of people, thousands, millions of people, not just you. And then you could feel like you have this relationship towards a one-sided relationship towards them, but like obviously I have no idea who you are. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just being famous in general, but regardless, it's like a little odd.
So we're gonna move on to the next story because this my blood is boiling just thinking about this and talking about this because this tweet is accurate. And they got blasted for it. People got fired, unfortunately. But we're going to move on.
We'll move on. We digress. Listen, Netflix. I mentioned last week. This is a really short story. But Netflix, I mentioned last week that they are coming out with a gaming service. And so we found out that they're actually not going to be charging additionally on top of your regular Netflix monthly subscription price for this gaming service. So as of right now, this gaming service is going to be included with your current monthly subscription. But yeah, I think that's good. We were skeptical about this last week a little bit. We were like, well, do they need to get into the gaming space?
Yeah.
Apple, another company that never started in gaming, again, wants to, with Apple Arcade, try to get into the gaming space. I don't know how well it's going. Netflix has,
are they now? I see that picture right there.
Yep.
Are they coming up with their own original games, or are they going to try to license other companies' games to put on this platform?
My guess is it's probably going to be a little bit of both.
Because in the picture that he has up on his iPad,
this is just an IGN.
Yeah, it has a Sega, it has Nintendo games, it has Super Nintendo games. It's a whole bunch of classic games. Yeah. So that's why I asked that question. I don't know if they're going to come up with their own original games, or they're going to try to talk to these companies like Nintendo, Microsoft, Sega to try to get games on their platforms from.
I think it would be smart because the classic games are what's going to bring people. But then you have to decide, how am I going to get people to stay? And that's where new games come in. You know what I'm saying? So when Disney Plus launched, all Disney Plus had for months was just old movies and old shows, like the classics. That brought people in, but at the end of the day, that's not what's going to keep people there, and that's why they had to start releasing Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff, like all of this new content, because then once you watch, the classics. We all know the classics. So I think it would be smart from a marketing perspective to have classic games, license them, and then going forward have your teams develop new games.
It's going to be hard to try to license Nintendo games, so that's something that Nintendo rarely does, if not ever.
Yeah, Apple got them to do it with Super Mario Run.
Yeah, that was
exclusively through Apple, I think.
Yes, but I'm talking about classic games. Like nowadays, if you want a classic game, if you want to play a classic Nintendo game, you have to either download an emulator or you have to get one of those consoles, those mini consoles that they came out with, like the mini Nintendo, the mini Super Nintendo. Yeah. Those are the only ways you can play legitimately without
illegally
without Nintendo coming at you.
Right.
Those are the only ways. So, It'll be interesting knowing that they're not charging an additional fee. If they're going to try to get these licenses from Sega,
How are they going to make that extra money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How are they going to make that extra money?
My guess is they will include it in your service to get people interested, get people locked in. So once you're halfway through a game and then they say, hey, we're going to start charging, you might consider paying that extra $2 or $3 or whatever it is. And that's probably what it'll be. They'll tack it on top of your current subscription price. So if you pay...
It's just like what Disney's doing with Disney Plus. I don't know if they increased their
I don't know if they increased their pricing either. I know they have a bundle. So it's ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and the other one.
Hulu. Is it
Yep.
Hulu?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, I think so.
All right.
So, we'll see. Netflix, best of luck to you. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I don't have Netflix anymore. I got rid of it. I wasn't watching anything, and if something comes out that I want to watch, I will just pay a month of Netflix and watch it,
And then unsubscribe.
and that's it.
That's amazing. So many people do that.
Spend a lot
So
of
many
money.
people get away with
Either
like
they do that, or they just share somebody else's account.
Yeah.
Um,
At one point, Netflix was saying they were gonna cut down on it. I don't know if maybe they did or.
Well, they reduced the amount of people you could share your account with.
Okay.
How many people can have this be streaming at the same time?
Okay. Because
So-
we have a family account. We have like 4 profiles or 5.
So if a whole bunch of people use my Netflix account, so I would increase the amount of screens I can have running at the same time.
Yeah.
Which was good because I actually got money from people that were using my account. But then it got to a point where I wasn't using it at all. It was just sitting there, not being used. So why am I paying for something that I'm not using? And that's it. I got rid of Amazon Prime too. I got rid of Amazon Prime because I'm not a Prime. I wasn't using it. It was expensive.
Optimus Prime.
$120 something a year, and I wasn't using it. So I'm not contributing to Jeff Bezos going into space anymore, and that's the next story we're about to get into.
Jeff Bezos. This is
and his aircraft going into outer space.
I guess maybe to kick that story off, what do you even think about the billionaire space race? Like
I don't
the
give
guy
a shit
from
about that, man. It really pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off, but I don't give a shit about.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about billionaires spending billions and millions of dollars to go into outer space. I don't care, man. I really don't. If you have the money to do it, go ahead and do it. Whatever. Go ahead, P. I know if you care, go ahead, man.
No, I don't care either. I think the other guy was Virgin Mobile.
Yeah, Bronson, I think his name is.
Yeah, so he went in.
Richard Bronson.
He went first.
Branson.
And then Jeff Bezos went second, and then I don't know. It seems like the privatization of space is such an interesting thing because, we have capitalism here in America. We have this business orient. It's like what happens in space? Do billionaires get there first and establish? For example, Elon Musk has publicly said that he wants to make housing on Mars. Mm-hmm. He thinks that Mars is like a great place potentially to live. And so, do those guys get there first and set up Amazon shops and stores? And like, does the Virgin Mobile guy set up a store for wireless and he sets up wireless there? And then you get there and everything's, inflated already.
I don't
you
think
get to Mars.
I don't think he's part of Virgin Mobile anymore. I think he retired from that. I'm sure he gets a big kickback from that stuff, but I don't think he's the CEO of that anymore.
Oh well,
but I don't care, man. You go ahead, you go into outer space and do what you want to do.
Do we have any game stuff to talk about?
We talked about the Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. Speaking of blizzards, man, I could go for a blizzard right now. But DQ, let me tell you, if you're listening, you're not. But if you are, your blizzards here where we live stink, man. They're terrible. They're trash. They barely have any ingredient. Like we get an Oreo blizzard, maybe you get 1 or 2 Oreos. Sucks. That might be the name of this episode. It's not an episode. Dang it. Listen, guys, we're trying to work on our language. This is a show, not an episode. We don't want to have episodes. We just want to have a show. A standing show every Wednesday. so you guys can subscribe to the channel. Look, E, is there anything else going on in your life? I'm out of stories. We've got a couple minutes yet. So actually, here's something I want to mention too. Like on your stream, so you have Treading Lightly on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's like 100% your thing.
Yeah.
I have on YouTube, I have the P Perspective, and then I just do my design work. We used to do on Saturdays something called Couch Talk. We did that all the time. It was a lot of fun. But I feel like this is a little bit more of a buttoned up version of Couch Talk. And I'm just saying in general, like Couch Talk, we would just come on, people would be streaming, we would have the chat there, we'd be able to engage with people and talk about different things, so movies, whatever. And we want to do that in this too. And not have it always just be like news stories, but like let's say we just want to talk about a movie the whole time for an hour. I mean, we could do that pretty easily. Is it fair to say that this is like a buttoned up, cleaned up, more professional version of Couch Talk?
I think they're two different things.
Okay.
I think this
In a nutshell.
This is a show that we continue to do, news and stuff like that. And Couch Talk, yeah, I would agree with you. This is more professional. Couch Talk is we say whatever the hell we want when we want on my Twitch channel. Like I will not say things on this channel that I would say on Couch Talk.
And he said a lot, folks.
And
he said a lot here.
I said a lot here.
But he would go even further on Twitch, is your point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to be open when I talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what society we're getting out of that.
Right.
We're living in a soft society, Mr. Softy society. That's what we're living in right now.
Look, hey, he has a Teespring shop, okay? Teespring, we're living a Mr. Softy society.
And those of you that know what Mr. Softy is, ice cream truck, those of you that are from the States know, especially those of you from New York, you know the music. As soon as you hear that music, you ask your mom for money.
She said,
for the ice cream truck. Nope.
She took her chunklet off and hit you with
it.
So in some ways, though, I mean, and this is good for you guys to hear only because we're still building out what the show is, right? Every week is changing and stuff. So it's kind of fun that you guys get to hear us process it. But I do think, like, obviously, and we enjoy sharing stories and stuff and talking about it. But I also think, like, hey, if we had an episode where we just talked about, we went and watched a movie and come here and just talk about it.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could do that, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? This could be a show where, hey, we do a couple stories. We pull out some chickens from Burger King. And we eat them right now. Who knows? Or that's a different show. That's my other thing too. Is that
people like
have a different show.
In my opinion, people like a relaxed environment. They don't want a too buttoned up, like you said.
Right.
They don't want a too buttoned up show.
Right.
They want people that they can relate.
Hey guys,
relate to.
welcome to Tread Media.
Yeah.
My name is Pete, and this is E.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that here.
Today we're talking about.
There are plenty of other YouTube channels you can get that from, but you're not getting it here.
Right.
All right. This is going to be
tis what it is.
This is going to be like if we're talking in the kitchen or we're talking in the living room. This is what it's going to be.
It's called At Ease.
All right.
With Pete for
exactly.
a reason.
Exactly.
It's ease.
Yes.
It's all ease. Listen, E, tell them where they can find you, man.
They can find me Treading Lightly on Twitter, Treading Lightly on Instagram. On TikTok, it's the same thing. Treading Lightly, all one word.
I'm jealous of that because I'm trying to bring everything under one name.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do. But.
You can find me on Twitch, Treading Lightly, same thing, all one word. Subscribe to my channel. You can follow my channel. We have a lot of fun over there, playing video games while on a treadmill. I'm trying to.
It's crazy, y'all. For real.
I'm trying to make people want to exercise while they game. It's not going too well. I'm trying to motivate. Because I'm a fairly big guy. But I've lost a lot of weight since I started this channel.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to motivate people to do the same thing.
Yep.
Whether it be doing jumping jacks in between different stages.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily a treadmill.
No.
It doesn't have to be that. But I'm trying to motivate people to want to exercise.
Even if I thought a good idea, you should do a challenge of some kind of for as long as you play in that day, you exercise the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So if you play for 30 minutes, exercise for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
give away like a free shirt or something.
So
whoever.
yeah, and you got companies like Vertigear that make chairs. You got a Razer that makes chairs. You got them. They make mouses and all type of gaming stuff. Let's bring the treadmill into the gaming world. And I'm the person to do that. I'm the person that can bring the treadmill
Peloton.
to the gaming world. Think about how much money you can make if you start to make that part of gaming.
Yeah.
Treadmills, bikes, different ellipticals.
You have a friend on Twitch who does bike too, right? Like at one point
he used to do bikes. Yeah,
he tried it out at least.
But we can do that.
That would be sick.
It's people. It's people
sick.
sitting all over Twitch, all over.
Yeah.
They're just sitting down. These chair companies are making tons of money, sponsoring these streamers. Let's bring the treadmill game into the world of Twitch.
Dude,
and
I love
into
that.
the world of YouTube and
That's
all
such a
those other
good-
streamers.
That's such a good heart.
Let's do that.
That's such a good reason, and people can get behind that and the health of it all. I love it. So
All right,
treading
Pete.
lightly, yo.
All right,
Treading
Pete.
lightly. You can find me on Instagram at Pete__Rodriguez. You can find me on Twitter, Pete__Rodriguez, the same thing. And of course, you can check some of my design work out at PeteDesignCompany.com. Check that out. And yeah, I mean, I'm in a bunch of different places, but those are the primary places where you can find me. I have a shop. I have merch. At some point, we'd love to do merch for this.
Oh, definitely.
But we're looking to just grow the audience, grow the awareness of it first, and then at some point we're definitely going to have some merch for you guys. So hey, if you stuck around to the end of this, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for being here. We're so grateful that anybody would even consider listening to us for any length of time. And we'll see you guys, I guess, next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
All
Hey,
right.
peace out.
Have a
Thanks for
good
being
one.
here.